Living in Melbourne.
Living in Melbourne.
Oh. Alright, I'm done. I have no place belong in this world. I'm gonna go home.
I'm out, guys.
How have we not done
Okay,
that?
so should I continue the intro or just leave it
Living
there?
in Melbourne, please.
And it's gone.
No. You deleted the intro?
No, it's still there. Hold on.
Living in Melbourne. Enjoying life. A mate hanging out. This is our average life. And it's gone. Lines for people who have money with the bank only. Please step aside.
Doing a podcast. Talking shit.
I mean, hold on. Let me check something. I'm going to play it one more time, but I just want to see if I can skip through it.
Living in Melbourne.
Yeah, no, there's no way to skip through it.
Enjoying life.
I don't know if you know this, Jackson, but where?
You'll never guess where I live. We're living in
I really wish I could just go Malibu.
Troy, how's life? Enjoying life. What do you do from day to day? Oh, mate, hanging out.
Let's
How
put it
life
this
is
way,
that?
Jackson.
It is an average life.
Let's put it this way.
Is the Gamer Girl saga over?
So, what do you guys do? Doing a podcast. Oh, we're talking your podcast. Talking shit. Oh, that's brilliant. And on that inspirational note, welcome back to an inspirational episode of the Average Blokes Podcast. And as it bears repeating, we are living in Melbourne.
That's right. Oh, I want to do a little throwback to our last episode. So, you know how I was saying how I don't like the idea of like some guy walking out on stage at like say a football game or something.
Oh, here we
and
go.
they just
He's
play
justifying himself.
And they play the didgeridoo and all that, and then it's done. And I'm like, that's kind of boring. I'd rather see a full band with like guitars and like Aboriginal instruments, for example, or even other instruments, like depending on where you're from. Well, it turns out there's actually already like a band.
Yes, I know.
I'm not sure if it's a guy or a band.
Oh, okay.
And the video came up on my Facebook or something of them playing, which is I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm probably going to pronounce it right. It's Yuthu Yindi.
Okay.
And there's a song that's really popular called Treaty, which I listened to the original version.
Because I was trying to remember the song that Living on Solid Rock. What's it called? I'm trying to figure out this song because the one it's Goanna. So the song, the rock song I was trying to tell you about last episode, it's called Solid Rock by Goanna, and it's got the didgeridoo incorporated. And it's really good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a full like basically like band of like Australians,
Yeah. Okay.
Aboriginal and white.
Torres Strait Islanders.
Yeah. Which I found interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of like it seems like a popular song, the Treaty song. I'm not the biggest fan of the song, but it's still catchy. I like it.
It is a song. Out of all the songs of all time, it's definitely one of them. Just like all songs.
It's a good song.
Okay.
It's just I wouldn't call it my favorite, although I haven't looked at any more of their songs. This song just came up and I played and I was like, oh, and they did traditional Aboriginal instruments and people playing guitar. So it was like it's exactly what I would want to see at like a football game show or something.
Fair enough. Oh, I should have recorded that. Fox Footy in the light of the new season starting, they had so they did this promo advertisement video where they got Parkway Drive to record their theme tune for the Fox Footy channel. And so,
Parkway Drive.
You know the metal band from Queensland?
It rings a bell. I don't think I've heard of it.
That's fair.
I've heard of Parkway Drive. I've heard of a song called like... No, all I think of is Linkin Park, so...
Oh, okay.
And I know they're Canadian. Are they Canadian? They're Canadian, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're Canadian.
I don't know.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
I think Linkin Park are actually American, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so Parkway Drive, they did the theme song. It's kind of funny because there's no words in that song. So in the video, the lead singer is just having a good old time dancing while the rest of the band are actually playing. But apparently there was an alternative...
They are American.
There was an alternative promo video, and it was all the presenters on the channel doing a hip-hop version, and they were rapping it. And it's just utter disgraceful. For some reason, one of them is doing an American accent, trying to rap.
So wait, what were they rapping? The channel, the Fox show,
yeah,
the Fox intro, or what is it?
Yeah, you could say goodbye to free to air. If you come watch Fox Footy, you'd be something that's like sing.
And they're rapping it.
Yes, they're basically like you should come watch Fox Footy instead.
Like an old 90s sort of white person rap thing.
No singing. He's just talking over lyrics.
So
I'm just imagining. I wanted to record it, but I missed it.
I'm just thinking about. So is it like those old, for example, in the 90s, you had the 40-year-old guy, and he's rapping like, if you think learning in school is not very cool, then you better get on with it. Fool.
It's that style. Yeah, it's like that style. And like I said, one does an American accent, like he's West Side.
Oh my goodness!
Come watch Fox Footy. You say goodbye to free to air. But only exclusively from rounds 1 to 8. Come watch it 4K. You'll be here to stay.
Also Jackson. Kampai.
Kampai. Sake.
These
are words we're
so
saying.
Good.
Oh, hear that, ladies and gentlemen. That's so good.
Oh, I love sake. I don't know why. It's got it's got a really weird flavour.
You saying Compay reminded me of a fart word we use at school in year 11, year 12. Compay?
Help me out here. You've got Japanese friends. Is it compay or is it compay?
Compay.
No, not pe. Compay.
Or how do you spell it?
I don't know. I've only heard anime characters say it.
Well, it's with a K for starters.
Like they emphasize the I when they're yelling.
Okay. Compay. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't tell you. No. So, like we normally do with each episode, highlights.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes. I got sake. I'm kidding.
Sake.
My highlight of the week is something very simple. My car is a French car.
Ah, the French.
And you know the French, they love to be environmentally friendly. So my car, because it's a diesel, it has an anti-pollution filter or filtration system. It uses AdBlue, which is some sort of chemical liquid that helps reduce the emissions from the car.
It's not a chemical romance either.
Yes. When I got the car, because it's a work car, and because there was another driver before me, the guy doesn't understand how car works. Like literally don't understand how car work. But because of that, he gives me the car. Like I get the car and it's all dirty and messy. I still haven't cleaned it up properly, and I've had it for like 3 or 4 months or something. But he gives me the car, and the moment I get the car, it's got the engine light on, it's got the little spanner wrench light on, and it says check anti-pollution filter. Oh, and I look at it, and I'm like,
fancy.
I'm not gonna worry about that for a little while. I'm going to ignore this for now, right? And I look at when's it due for a service? Oh, okay. I've picked it up in like the start of 2025. Its next service is 2026 for some reason, or at like 116,000 kilometers. And at that point, it had only done 182. So I'm sitting there going, "How is it that its next service isn't for another 20 whatever thousand kilometers?" But I'm like, I'm not going to worry about that.
No, not yet.
Yeah. So I keep driving this car. Driving it, I run out of AdBlue, so Courtney has to pick me up some, because apparently with these French cars, if you run out of AdBlue for your anti-pollution thing, the car goes, nah,
Sacre
you can't, not allowed. It goes, Sacre bleu. I must turn. You cannot start me unless you add the blue. So the car literally won't start unless you add in the AdBlue. It won't even let you drive it. It won't let you drive like around the corner to get some from a servo or something, because they've got pumps for them now. But
we got pumps for them now.
But it does give you a lot of warnings for that. But at the time, I didn't know. I was like, oh, AdBlue, I'll add that when I get around to it. I'll figure that out when I get to it. Anyway, it gave me warnings. It said you need AdBlue. You're running out. You got 200 kilometers left, and then all that. So I finally got some filtered up, got all that working. And then last week it came up with anti-pollution failure.
Oh, fun.
And it said 700 and something kilometers. And then that got down to 500 and something kilometers at one point. Well, I looked it up like last weekend. And it turns out if that reaches zero, the car also won't start. And you've got to take it to your closest dealer or mechanic or whatever and get them to check it out. Yes, love the French. All because the anti-pollution system isn't working properly.
The anti-pollution system.
Yeah, and so I let my boss know about this, and the day before I let my boss know about this, and I'm sitting there going, this car's going to reach that 500 kilometer mark, and then I'm only going to have 500 Ks before it stops working, so I'm going to have to organise a rental and all that, and just run around doing a bunch of crap and organise it getting a service and all that. Like, instead of organising it for in a couple of weeks or in a week or two, I have to organise it right away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then right before I let my boss know about that's going to be an issue, all of the engine check lights, everything else, like the engine light, the spanner, the little filter not working light, all the signs that the car's, even the anti-pollution failure thing, just disappear. It's like the car's brand new. They disappear for like half a day. And I'm like, that's my highlight of the week. It did a little soft reset. So now it still says anti-pollution, like check anti-pollution system, but it hasn't come up with any anti-pollution failures, and I'm pretty sure I've driven over 500 kilometers. So I'm pretty sure I dodged a small bullet there, and I won't have to immediately get the car looked at by a dealer. I can actually drive it to the dealers or mechanics to get it serviced. I say dealer because it's probably better to just take it to the Renault dealer.
Right, fair enough.
And it's a Renault.
And Renault.
Yeah, so my highlight of the week is I don't have to immediately take my car to get service and get a rental car.
For now.
I hate having to do that. Well, I'm hoping to book it in for a service. Like, I'm hoping to book it in next week for the week after.
And you have to go to a Renault service place specifically, I'm assuming?
I mean, I don't have to, I don't think, but it's better to just take it to them because they've got all the... It turns out with all these modern cars, right, like the programming, when you buy the car, you don't get access to the programs for the car, like the mechanical programs or check for fault programs or anything like that. And some dealers actually, so if you get the check engine light on, right, you can take your car to a mechanic and they can purchase like the software from the dealer of that like if you mostly work with Ford, they can purchase as a mechanic, you can purchase the Ford software, but sometimes they don't give you the full software. So if you take it to a regular mechanic, they can fix it all, but they'll turn around and go, we can't turn off the check engine light. It's all fixed. They'll go, the car's all fixed. There's nothing wrong with it, but that check engine light is still, it's just a software issue. We don't have the software to fit, like, just tick it, say that it's good. You have to take it to the dealer. So I'm like, I might as well just take it to the dealer and get them to do it.
Yeah, understandable. Fair enough.
Also,
just get a Toyota. You just
because it's a fleet car, it's better to take it to. We can only take it to certain mechanics and certain dealers. Yeah, certain mechanics, including the dealerships. So. Yeah.
Fair enough. Then don't get a Renault, folks, because they sound awfully fussy.
No, it's a good car. It's a good car. It's just all this anti-pollution stuff.
Yeah, again, kind of car? It's just like, I don't know any other brands of cars that have that kind of rubbish in it.
Yeah, it's the most it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. If you run out of this chemical that makes the car less environmentally friendly, the car will shut down. Like, that's a bit
shutting down.
Yeah, if anything, it should like give you, just beep at you every time you start it, like a loud beep, or constantly give you warnings to add the ad blue.
Yeah, well.
But the idea that the car's shut down completely is just the most ridiculous thing ever. Like this, like so legit. I went to turn it on and it said add AdBlue. Well, I won't start unless you add this component that doesn't actually help with the fuel. Or maybe it does. They probably designed the engine so that if you don't have AdBlue, it wrecks the engine. But it kind of makes me laugh every time I'm like behind a person, they're driving a diesel and they accelerate and all that black smoke comes out, and I'm sitting there going, well, that can't be good for the environment. Good thing mine turns off if it was doing that.
Where's its anti-pollution filters?
That's right. Yeah, where's
I'm just trying to think because like it sounds like a thing you find on a coal mine.
Where's
or
the patrol?
power
Where's the
plant.
patrol's anti?
What's next? A fusion reactor. My car's not working. I mean, at this stage, if it's the French, then yes, who knows?
It's getting a bit ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure France have got nuclear power plants. I'm pretty sure they do.
They do, yes. Because
I'm pretty sure
they spent ages building one.
Yeah, old mate Peter Dutton, aka Mr. Potato Head, is trying to do like, we can do nuclear. Just look at France. What they're doing.
Oh no! That took them bloody 15 years to build, or something like that. It's the most people like turn around saying, "Oh, let's go nuclear," and I think it's a good idea, but it's going to cost a fortune. And if anything, our government has proven it's that they know how to waste money on things that don't work properly.
Or or things that aren't necessarily used properly either. Like for example, NBN, like that could have been a lot better had they used.
Yeah, well, that's a funny thing about that. You know is it fiber optic? What's the new stuff they're installing?
Yeah, fiber to the house. No, fiber. Oh, yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure.
Anyway, it turns so my internet plan. This is I guess you could say it's a second highlight of the week. But the internet, they're going to charge us an extra $5 for the internet for the exact same plan. They've just gone, we're adding some changes to your plan. You look at the little thing. Here are the changes. We summarize the changes. You're getting this internet for this much. You're now going to get the same internet for this much. We're going to charge you an extra $5 because we can. So I was looking at different internet plans and I was thinking of switching providers. But I was looking at the plans for fiber and it's somehow with the company, because we're with TPG, it's cheaper to go with fiber and you get like better uploads and better download speeds.
Mm-hmm, okay.
But when I checked our address, we don't have access to fiber. But I was looking at other companies, right? And for example, like I was looking at Tangerine. They offer the same plan. Actually, they offer a better plan than what we've got with TPG for the same price.
Mm-hmm.
Like we get double the upload speeds and it's essentially actually. It's cheaper for the first. It's the whole cheaper for the first 6 months thing. That bullshit. But after the first 6 months, it's the same price as what I'm currently getting for half of that. So I'm like, why don't I switch? So I'm thinking of maybe switching. And they actually offer free fiber upgrades. If you go with a different plan, you get free fiber upgrade.
Come to IONair. They actually rang me and told me I can get a better deal with whatnot, and they actually did.
IONet called you and said you can get a better deal?
Yes, IONet rang me, said that the current plan I had was out of date and they gave me a better offer and a better deal.
Oh, yeah? How much are you paying?
$80 for stuff.
You don't
I couldn't tell you the details, but yeah.
Okay, because I'm currently playing $80, but it's going to be $85 in next month.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just $5, but at the same time, I'm sitting there going, "You're going to charge me more, and you've got no, give me a reason. Explain that to me." They've done this with Courtney's phone plan and my phone plan.
Okay.
My original phone plan, I was paying $12 a month, and that went up to like $16 because they got rid of that plan. Then they got rid of the plan that I had for that and upgraded it to like $20 a month.
Upgrade.
And at least they gave me extra gig every time they, quote, upgraded me. And I probably needed the first upgrade because I went over every once in a while, but not the second.
Okay.
Upgrade. We'll give you a little bit more gig that you're not going to use.
Oh, sorry, did we say upgrade?
But we'll charge you more.
Yeah, no, it's funny old world. Yeah. Well, my highlights aren't really as much similar, but one highlight is a rant, whatever. So insert...
Rant.
Jackson goes on a rant. He's going to blab about next.
I mean...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I mean, this is just a one-off thing, but it's traffic related. It's really pissing me off.
I already went on a rant about the internet.
Yeah, this one's about P-platers. Bloody, if you're going to be driving in the right lane, at least A, overtake someone, or B, do the speed limit. None of this poxy, I'm going to do 98 in the right lane in a 100k zone. That's really great. I'm really helping to society.
Have you never been on the freeway at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, no, this is coming from Mornington Peninsula, so yeah.
So it's only 2 lanes.
Yes.
So it's only 2 lanes.
Yes.
Just undertake them. Just undertake them
tried,
and flip them
but
off.
They were taking their sweet ass time, like I said, to overtake. So it was really pissed me off. And because they don't pay attention, they're like, oh yeah, just drive around, not even looking behind them, just
But what P plate was it?
the green P plates.
No, I mean, did it look like someone who had recently moved here, or was
No,
it
they're all tradies, P platers. In their
so they were
stupid
like
SUVs
young
and whatnot.
So they were like young 20-year-olds.
Possibly, yeah. Mid young 20s, yeah.
Because every green P plater I see is either a young tradie, obviously, or a person, an Indian man, or someone who's not from Australia. Well, not born in Australia.
Yeah. No, it was so frustrating because I was like, you do the thing where you're in the right lane behind them and you're trying to sort of peek out a bit. So like, hey, I'm behind you. And they're like, they don't do anything.
Just get up their bum.
I tried, but one of them had a trailer. I'm like, I don't really want to get too close in case something falls out. Because
he's in the right lane with a trailer?
Yes. Going uphill was what I should add. Going uphill,
I would have pulled up next to you should have pulled up next to him, beeped at him and gone, and pointed.
I didn't want to because I feel like a prick at times, and at that time I feel like a real prick because I'd done it twice.
Or what you should have done, here's the other thing, you should have gotten in front of them, pulled into the right lane and slowed down a little bit.
No, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, slow down. Well, how frustrated are you?
I just want to get faster. I don't want to go...
I'm not saying brake check them. I'm saying you slowly slow down to 85, and then if they don't move into the right lane to undertake you or go back... And then if they don't, you slowly see how slow you can go. I've done it before. I did it. It was so... I did it. It was actually going down the Mornington Peninsula.
Yeah, I was going back from the Mornington Peninsula.
It was at the very end of it where it ends.
Yes.
Where you get those 2 roundabouts.
Yes.
But right before that, there was this person doing 60 in the 100 zone.
Well, that's fun.
Or 70 or something.
Yeah. Because there's a 90k zone near the end.
So she was doing 80. It was still 100. She was doing 80.
Mm-hmm.
And so I overtook her, and I was like, that's ridiculous. So what I did was I pulled into the left lane, and I slowed down to 80. Then I slowed down to 70. Then I slowed down to 60.
Oh, goodness me.
And she kept behind me the whole time. And it got to the point where I went, I've got to speed up. This is far too dangerous. We're both going she's going too slow. I'm not going to get hit by anyone because she's 2 cars behind me. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? She wasn't driving a very modern car, so she didn't have adaptive cruise control or anything.
Yeah. Because like the reason why I didn't want to slow down in front of once I overtook him was because I've seen too many road rage videos from Australian dash cams. Because I've been watching a lot of them just because of I like watching. I like doing the jerk.
Just don't get out of your car.
No, well, it's on a freeway.
Just
Why
don't
would you
get
do
out of
that
your
anyway?
car.
Yeah, obviously.
You say that, but a lot of those videos, I've watched plenty of them. They get out in the middle of the freeway and start having a punch on.
Can I tell you, I actually experienced one last week. It was really funny because it was on Bells Road. So you know how there's the stoplights where there's 2 lanes go to 1 and then you come across to all those schools. Mm-hmm. There was this prick who had main character syndrome. He was in a white van. No, was he in a white van or was he in a
main
4 drive?
Syndrome, I think it was. I love that.
I think it was in the 4 drive. He was like, because he was in front of everyone and the lights had gone green. And he slowly took off, and then no one could get past him. And so I think what happened, the car behind him had pissed him off and tooted the horn. And so he decided to stop right where the 2 lanes become 1.
In the middle of the road.
No, where the 2 lanes become 1, so right there.
Oh.
And so I could see him get out and start having like...
Wait, was this heading towards the O'Shea bypass?
No, this is heading towards Thompson's Road.
Oh, okay. So where it became 1, like, is that at the new part of the road? Or
yes. Kind of. No, it's near the retirement
just past
village.
The school.
Just before the school. Before the school. You know, you're coming down the road, you come to the satellites where there's a retirement village on the left side.
You're on the left side, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was just after those satellites. So he was having a squabble at this guy behind him, And I'm like, oh, this guy's a dickhead. So what I did was, I think there was 7 or 8 cars in front of me between me and the road rage idiot. So I just jumped onto the grass and drove past around. Because I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. I want to get home. And like this guy who got his car, like I reckon he would have been easily mid-50s type. And yeah, I just like, because no one else was doing anything. They were stuck.
And they're all just waiting for him to get back in his car.
Yeah. So I just jumped the grass curb and
did you
went
beep as you did it? You should have just beeped as you went past.
Nah,
Why not? I would have beeped him. Like,
I did. I sent my message by going over the grass and going past them.
So why? Yeah, sure. You sent your message. Why did the guy stop?
I guess because the guy behind the other guy was tooting because he was going too slow.
But there's a left lane for people to overtake.
Yeah, but this guy was merging. I don't know.
I had the reverse experience at that exact set of lights going the other way, where everyone was in the left lane, right? And everyone's like, it's still green. The light's green, so no one's trying to overtake because you're going to get through the set of lights. The one car, he was about 6 cars back. I think I told you about this. 6 cars back from me, decides to pull into the right lane and speed up, right? And instead of merging nicely with the car behind me where there was room, he decides to try and force his way in front of me. You know how cars, they speed up and then right as they get close enough just in front of you, that's when they go, oh, I better slow down and because I can't, like they get right up the butt of the other car and kind of force their way in. Yes, that's what this guy did. So I just didn't let him in immediately. I forced him to kind of stay close until I was like at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to hit him now. So I better stop basically. Like almost to a stop. And he's like got his hand out the window going, "Ooh." And so I put my hand out the window. I'm like, "Ooh." And so we get to the set of lights right before the freeway entry.
And he's like, "Ooh!"
And he puts. I rock up. I pull up next to her. I put my window down, and go, "Oi, what's like?" I'm like, "What's your problem? What's going on? Like, what's wrong?" You and the guy's looking. He's like, and he goes, "It's my lane. It's my lane. I'm my lane. It was my lane." And I go, "Learn to share the road." I'm like, you gotta slow, ease in. Don't force your way in, buddy. Don't just force your way in there. Okay, you could have eased in. Okay, and he's just like, "It's my lane." I'm like, ah. And he just waves his hand like, "Oh, I've had enough of you," puts his window up and we both drive off. And he's going down. I should have, I decided, you know what, I'm going to avoid this guy. So I've jumped on the freeway to get home instead of taking the highway. But at the same time, I was like, man, I should have just forced my way in front of the guy and slowed down. But I made my point.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I'm sitting there thinking, mate, it's not your lane. You literally just pulled into it.
Yeah,
like
made that
minutes
point
earlier.
So yeah, I don't think you've heard main character syndrome before.
I've heard it before. I just haven't heard you say it.
Oh, fair enough. So yeah, it's kind of funny because it's basically
a really bad thing that's going around.
It's
a disease. You catch it when you're at the gym.
The tendency to view oneself as the central protagonist in life, often to the detriment of others and potentially leading to narcissistic behaviours, which was what this guy was like. He was he got out of his car and...
Like I said, you catch it at the gym.
Yes,
if you have a phone and a tripod and you go to the gym, it's very easy to catch main character syndrome.
Signs and behaviours: constantly seek attention, have difficulty accepting criticism, present a false image of themselves online, believe they are smarter or are more important than others, take credit for other people's work, or act superior to others.
See, this is actually the kind of thing that makes me worried about people in our generation and people in the next, millennials and Gen Y, and then even maybe what's the next one?
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha after that. It's because it's slowly, like, I see a lot of millennial people out there who are like that self-centered. There's not that many, but there's a few of them out there who are just self-centered and all that. And then you've got lots of Gen Z, or maybe I'm just seeing more Gen Zers because there's more on the internet doing that sort of thing, who are more self-centered. Yeah. And the worst part is with Generation Alpha, I'm seeing even worse people. Like, I don't know how many, of these kids are like that.
Yes.
But the ones who are quote popular and on like high on streaming sites, They're doing it's just the stupidest, most annoying stuff. And I think the only reason they're allowed to get away with it isn't a social thing. I think it's a legal thing.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
I think because the law and all that have gotten more protective of kids, of course, which is a good thing in many ways, but because it's got more protective of young people in general, and like, for example, my parents' generation, like, they got spanked they got not just spanked, they got whipped basically. They got belted. They literally got belted with a belt, like
our generation,
in primary school and high school.
Yeah.
But our generation and my brother's generation, they like that was when they removed that sort of thing. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know about you, but we got the wooden spoon.
Nah, that wasn't a thing.
It worked until one day my mum punished me with the wooden spoon, but when she hit me on my wrist, it snapped.
So I think the most I got from my mum was a slap on the bum when I was like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or something from my dad or anything, or I got told off. After that, it was pretty much my mum trying to beat me up at 16 or 17. But when I say beat me up, I mean she couldn't stop me verbally, so she just had to resort to like trying to hit me. And the problem is I'm sitting there getting hit going like, stop it, what are you doing? And I had to grab her arms and I'm like, stop hitting. I'm just like, stop hitting me. I'm like, stop hitting. And I remember she actually grabbed the spoon and went to hit me and just went, and I was like, ow, that kind of hurt a little. Why did you hit me with a spoon? Because you're hitting a 16, 17-year-old with a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
And it's the first time you've done it their whole life. It's not going to work.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But I think it's gotten to where, like, after that, like, people aren't, it sounds bad for me to say this, but people aren't allowed to hit their kids from a legal standpoint. Like, there's necessary punishment, but the problem is if you've got like a kid who's switched on, and a lot of younger kids are more switched on now. You have a 14-year-old, and their mum hits them with a spoon because they've done something wrong. They'll call the police and say something like, "Oh, my mum's been abusing me my whole life," or something. Like, those sort of situations do occur, and they think it's a joke and all that until the police come knocking at the door and try to separate them from their mum. They're like, whoa, no, that was just a one-time thing.
Yeah, that's it.
But they seem to, I can't tell if it's just, how do I put it? I can't tell if it's, if younger people are pushing the boundaries more than they used to, more than we did when we were younger. But like, you hear about, all I'm hearing in the news is all this youth crime crud, and I'm sitting there going, is there actually more youth crime than there was 10,
I think
15, 20 years ago?
The previous generation before us had boundaries, but they were very, very, they weren't very free. They weren't extremely set. Like, they were very grey area standards and boundaries. But now,
I mean, my brother stole our mum's car and crashed it.
Because of wokeism and people viewing like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this stuff anymore, the boundaries have become a bit more narrower. And now I think we might be starting to go the other way now, but I don't know. It's a funny one. Why do you have a wooden spoon, by the way?
Why do you
Jackson,
think?
you've been naughty.
I prepped ahead, Jackson. You've been naughty boy.
Well,
Axel boy.
Troy, I don't know how to. I can one you up already.
See, Jackson, I'm starting young. All right, he's gonna learn at 8 months old. He's gonna learn.
How do I do this?
Learn what a wooden spoon is. You call that a knife? This is a knife.
Can I? Oh, I got another highlight. No, I can't do it. But anyway.
I can.
Another highlight was
you you can do it. Just do it again and pick it up, and you got to like really.
Yeah, because you got to carry them both sides.
Push it in.
Yeah, I know. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you parent kids. You to push it in the middle.
No, stop. Hold it like at both. Hold it on both hands.
Yes, like that.
See how that? Yeah, like that. That's grabbing a little bit, and then push it in. There you go. Now, but push it in more, and then really.
I know. Oh, damn. Sorry about that, microphone people. I mean, headphone people.
It wasn't that loud for me, but we'll see.
It was for me, and I'm in my own room.
And now, Jackson, whenever Savannah, whenever your children act up, just make that noise.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Yeah. I want to play this clip because I have no other opportunity to play it.
I've had people in Australia swear while offering me directions somewhere. You know, I'll be like, yeah, I'm just trying to find, like, the tourism office. I know it's somewhere around here. Oh, yeah, fucking... Oh, yeah. Get in there, take a fucking right. Look at that tier 3 fucking... Get in fucking 2 roundabouts. Take another fucking right. Can't miss the cunt. Well, thank you very much, officer.
That was good.
Thank you, Arch Barker. It was funny because the video clip, when they cut to the reaction for the crowd, because it's obviously American crowd, when they say the C word, they're like, oh, he said the C word, but because he's a comedian, they can't respond. I go, oh, but yeah.
Yeah, but he did it very well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Especially that bit at the end with "Thank you, officer." That was brilliant.
Yeah. See, bring back those days where you could swear at giving people directions. Fucking take a roll.
You can still. I still do it. I
can't
not
miss
with
the
directions.
bastard.
I find myself, depending on who I'm talking to or how I'm talking, I'm like, I'll swear a little, and I kind of have to go, oh, wait a minute, who am I talking to?
What are you talking to?
Is this the appropriate person to swear in front of?
Maybe. Oh, that's right. You mentioned about starting them young. So last weekend we went to the beach, the family and I, and we caught with Isabel.
With punishments, Jackson. With punishments.
Yes, yeah, whatever.
See, the flesh.
The flesh of one's skin can be good for bruising.
Bring me the pig.
Bring me the pig. Okay, sure. Yeah, so we were at the beach last weekend, and Isabel was there. So I went off quickly while Isabel and Letitia looked after the kids briefly, so I could do some jetty jumping. And when I was walking along the jetty, no, it's a flying jetty. There was a dad there with like a 4-year-old, and because it's quite high up, obviously, to the water.
Here, take your spoon back. Thank you.
And the kid had like a life jacket vest thing on, and so the dad's like, "Go on, off you jump!" And the kid's like, "Yeah, Dad, yeah!" And he jumps off. And I'm like, "Wow, starting him young." And the guy has a good old laugh about it because he's like, "Yeah, yeah, mate," making his 4-year-old kid jump off a like really high jetty.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It was just
if
really
he's wearing
wild.
he's wearing his floaties.
Okay, Daddy. Whee!
Next thing you know, as he lands in the water, they come off the arms, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and dives in after him.
Yeah, no, that's one of the problems. But yeah. Oh yeah, and part of that highlight was I really enjoyed jetty jumping last weekend. I don't get to do it very often.
Pier.
But then the other funny thing is it was during the public holiday, and obviously it was very hot, and so there was a lot of young adults and or old teenagers there, and so because there was so much jumping.
Say old teenagers?
Yes.
Okay. So you couldn't tell if they were adults or not.
No, they feel like they're like either year 10s or year 12s or like just finished school or whatever. But because there were so many people there was like more water on top of the pier than there was in the water because there's just so much people dripping.
Did you see the beaches in Brisbane?
Yes, that was crazy. Yeah, Gold Coast.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm looking at that going, how are they going to fix that? They had a beach and it's gone.
Yeah, I've witnessed it firsthand in Geraldton in Western Australia because we had a massive storm as well. And I mean, not as devastating as a cyclone, but yeah, I've seen the effect of a storm on a beach.
The funny thing is, it wasn't even a cyclone apparently at that point. So imagine if it actually was a cyclone that hit. Stage. Yeah, it had dropped from a category 4 or 3 to nothing. It had stopped being a cyclone when it hit land. So imagine if they actually got hit with a category 1 or 2 cyclone. Forget the beach. There goes the city buildings.
I mean, the problem is, its name was Alfred. Like, how do you take Alfred serious?
Oh, man. No, sorry. I thought of that guy.
If it was a gal, it would have been done by now. And also, it took so long, it should have had its own Jetstar flight number.
Courtney was looking at her Facebook and it played a video of that guy who got famous. The guy I don't like his videos. You know how he's like, "Oh, hello there, Mick Victoria. Oh, how are you going, Queensland? Yeah, not bad. How's the COVID?"
Jimmy Reeves,
that guy. He did a friggin' video about like who calls it Alfred? Who calls the cyclone Alfred? And Courtney turns to me and she goes,
"Oh, you sound like him."
They name them alpha. She's like, it's done. They name them alphabetically. Like they go through like the alphabet. That's why it's A, I guess. But
what was the last cyclone?
It should have been called like cyclone, like I don't know, something else.
Tracy.
I don't think they've had a proper cyclone hit for a very long time.
Should have called it.
Yeah, I think it was like, yeah, it should have been called Cyclone Tracy.
Inventor.
And he literally goes, I said to Courtney, right?
Wait.
I looked at the video because it's like a 5-minute video. It's not just a 2-minute clip. And it's him just going through costume after costume, doing character after character. And after a minute, I was done.
We had Cyclone Tracy. It was in Darwin in 1970.
Australia region. Cyclone season. The name in the predetermined list. What's that? Ruben. What is this? Reuben.
We had a cyclone. Troy, we've already had Cyclone Tracy. It hit Darwin in 1974.
Sean.
Sean. Hey, Sean.
Talia, Vince, Zelia, Alfred.
Oh,
List
Zelia.
alternate
Who the heck
names,
was
male
Zelia?
and female names. That's right. So, are these all the cyclones that we had?
Not in Australia.
Overall.
Australian region.
Is this Australia? So all the cyclones we've had in the Australian region.
There's a predetermined list, and
There's a predetermined list, and they go through R, S, T, V, Z.
They go alphabetically, so if they don't form, then they skip that letter.
Oh, okay.
Or name, yeah. I think. Don't quote me on
There you go. Alfred. Oh, the next. You're gonna love this. The next cyclone that's gonna be called. It's gonna be called Bianca. And the next one's Courtney.
Oh no, Courtney!
Yep,
Don't blow your top
but I
off.
think it's meant to be the male Courtney because the next one's Diana.
it. Oh, yeah.
The male.
Diane.
Oh, well, okay. You feel free to blow your top off then, I suppose.
Courtney with a M for male.
Who calls their son Courtney?
That's a very good question.
I mean, who calls their
Who
son?
names their daughter Duncan?
Who names their son Reef?
Hey,
A seal?
my toe.
Roof, roof.
7-0. 7-0.
Wow. It's funny because I don't know why I was thinking about this, but when I was back in South Australia, I remember a lot of distinctive TV ads, and there was one about the horse racing. Are you hot to trot? Come with me, we find the coolest spots. If you like, we can take it easy. And this is advertising horse harnessing racing.
I really wish you got the Chris and Marley's plant farm ones.
Yeah, neighbours be gone.
I've mentioned it before. Yep. I'm in the nerd.
I'm in the mood.
It's just that. Where are you? I'm out the front, and I'm in the nude.
Well, that's absolutely correct.
I'll tell you what. It was a good effort on his part because he was actually naked for the recording. Like all he had was a little hat covering his privates.
Well, that's absolutely right.
And you could tell he wasn't wearing. If he was wearing something, it would have been like a G-string or something, and that would have been more awkward for the ad.
Oh, goodness me. I was watching this soccer podcast recently, and he's talking about how old wogs, when you talk to them, they want to cut you off as soon as possible so they get to their point, and they'll do it by saying, well, that's absolutely right. It's apparently a real distinctive thing.
Oh, really? What the older wogs saying?
Yeah. Well, that's absolutely right. Just the way they delivered it was really funny, though, to me. To be stuck to my head.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Well, that's absolutely right. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. Yeah. Oh, there was
Why
another
was it a
highlight that I've
soccer
forgotten.
podcast?
Huh?
Why was it a soccer podcast?
Because it's an Australian one and it's very multicultural. And
Australian soccer
So
podcast.
the main host,
the main
host on there, he's half Italian, half what's that? Half Lebanese, half Lebanese, half Italian.
Okay, and majority of the episodes are about the Matildas.
No, they're not really, actually. It's more about state leagues and stuff like that.
Is it so no
A-League.
international stuff?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Not heaps, but it's funny you say that because we're coming up to World Cup qualifications soon, so...
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes. Well, that's absolutely right. Yeah. There was another thing that stuck in my head, but now I've forgotten what it was. I'm really annoyed.
Oh, well. I
Anyway,
just
it'll come to me.
remembered.
I just forgot.
That's okay. I can probably fill in the blanks with something.
No, I mean, I've also got something as well, don't worry. It's a really silly one, really mature, trust me.
And as we join the action, it's Bryant versus Wood, and David Bryant has taken an early lead in this, the first semi-final of the day.
Yes, it's an enthralling contest, and I personally cannot wait.
It's been a nice start from Bryant, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And now it's the turn of his opponent, Willy Wood there. Youthful crowd in today, they're all massive Willy fans. Now Willy needs to find a good length here. Oh, perfect length, Willy. The crowd love to see that.
Perfect length.
Now, David Bryant here. He's always been very wary of Willy, as David, particularly since last year's memorable final when Willy came from behind and stole the glory. Looks like David's decided to go round the rear here. Oh, good shot there. And this leaves a hard one for Willy. He does like to spit on his balls and polish them before he puts them into play. Come on, Willy. Here he goes. And there's David sucking on his pipe. Willy's stroking that one out there. Good bit of stroking, Willy. Beautiful, Willy. Beautiful. Both his balls just where he wants them. And he's absolutely determined to hold his end up here. And were you going to keep this up all night?
For God's sake, stop it.
Stop what?
You must be doing this on purpose.
I don't know what you're on about, mate. I'm just concentrating on this very important game here where the winner, I can tell you at home, goes on to play the winner of our next match, Johnny Cocksmith versus the German Helmut Scheiner. Two massive semis in one day for you here. What? What?
I love the guys. I love how he just the other guy's pissing himself, and he's like, "You're doing this on purpose." I don't know what you're talking about. We're just playing. We're just aventating our perfectly game.
I don't know if you heard the
Was that
Germans-
golf? Was that
No,
golf?
they're lawn bowls.
Oh, lawn balls.
massive
Yeah, what
Willy
was it?
fans.
Something Shiner.
Yeah, Helmut Scheiner.
Helmet Shiner. That was it.
We're all massive Willy fans.
Oh, Willy's got a hard one, and he's coming around the back.
You remember him last time? He came from behind.
Where did you find that one?
Oh, that was a YouTube thing. Yeah. Yeah. I see. The thing is, like, remember how I've been telling you, like, oh, I've had these clips I wanted to record, and I've just forgotten to. Mm-hmm. Those were the clips I wanted to play. Take a right, and Willy's big fan of Willy's.
I've always been a big fan of Willy myself.
I mean, it's so funny because they're commentating lawn bowls. Obviously, lawn bowls is not the greatest of entertainment, but flaming heck, it's so good.
You know you've got a good commentator when they can do that.
Yeah, and completely play it off, and the other guy's like, "You serious? What are you talking about?"
Unfortunately, you said YouTube, right? And it reminded me of the stuff that I was getting annoyed at about YouTube again. Mm-hmm. Besides the fact that the algorithm is absolutely cooked and keeps recommending the same stuff over and over again, even stuff you've already seen.
Yes.
It won't give you anything new or anything. But so I've gotten a bit annoyed because I keep seeing these people pop up who have millions of followers or millions of subscribers, and they keep doing the same thing, right? And it's just a person. It's just a person watching a video of some sort of product or gimmick that someone else is. Yep. And then they go, oh, I can get that and do it myself. And they like make it, oh, look. And they do the thing and they're like, oh, showing it off. And and then they do like a thumbs up. Oh, it worked. Did you know that thing that you just saw in that fucking video?
It worked.
That I'm now going to recreate for you, but make it a little bit longer and display all the crap is now going to work for me too. Did you know if I rub fucking...
See,
Did you know if I rub toothpaste on this and clean it, it's going to work?
There are channels who do that stuff, but they do a good job of it. And then there's obviously the ones you're talking about, you're complaining about. But then there's also channels like Fleekazoid, and that was my other thing I was trying to remember.
this
been
isn't
watching
this,
Fleekazoid, and he does his reviews so well.
these aren't like hack things, for
I
example.
know.
But
Yeah,
it's reviews of dumb products that nobody
So
ever
good.
wants to.
Did you watch the Yakuza one? The Yakuza like a pirate one he did?
Oh yeah, those. No, that's an actual like proper good review thing. I'm talking
that's
about
so
like.
brilliant.
I'm talking about like because
I
he's
know.
also creative in how he does everything and does
Yes.
the editing.
Yes.
But I'm talking about those channels where a person, you see a video like of a person like shoot a toy rocket, for example, like because I've got one sitting over there that will probably, there he goes, it's back behind. But they show like the person go, and they go, oh, and and they throw, you see them throw the box down and they unwrap it and show them unwrapping, they're like,
You mean like Dude Perfect?
oh, it's kind of like,
Dude
it's
Perfect
kind
are
of
like
like
the worst
Dude
offenders.
Perfect.
They overreact when they do something like 1 in a million shot.
Look, it's kind of like Dude Perfect, but Dude Perfect's one of those things where it's like
Oh,
they'll do
it's
like
the Aussie guys. Who are the
a
Aussie
1 in a
guys?
million shot.
Who
You're
says
thinking of
Aussie? Yeah.
I know the guys you're talking about. You're talking about
Guys from West Australia. How ridiculous.
how ridiculous. Yeah, they're basically Dude Perfect, but with dropping stuff on stuff. But no, these are people that like specifically. Oh, sorry, Spock. They will see like they'll have a video of a person showing a thing like drop like this, and then they'll go and do it themselves.
Why do you
They're
have
like,
that?
Oh, look at that.
Why do you have that?
We bought it ages ago.
Right.
I think we bought it for the beach.
For entertainment purposes only.
Well, you
For
know
those
what they say.
listening, you might want to see the visual of this.
Willie's
but
got a hard one.
We're all big massive fans of Willy.
We've all been massive fans of Willy. Yes. Oh shit!
Don't shoot that from behind. Trust me.
But yeah, and then But I was looking at Courtney's Facebook again because I'll be honest, her Facebook is far more entertaining than my Facebook because it's got different stuff on it than what my
Yes.
Facebook has. But at the same time, every fucking 5 videos before you get to one that's different is someone talking about their baby.
The baby.
Or something to do with their baby, something to do with breastfeeding, something to do with life hacks for how to clean up after your kids, something about the miracle of children and all this gunk.
That's why I haven't watched PewDiePie's vlogs because they
Why would you want to watch a rich Swedish guy in
With a-
Japan play with his kid?
yeah, when I've got my own kids I can I mean not as benefited
exactly.
rich, but
Does these vlogs actually get a lot of views or not?
some do. I mean I haven't been really paying attention, but
Is he still making that many videos or not?
No, it's like maybe one every
Every 2 weeks,
2
week or
weeks.
something?
Yeah, feels like
If I was in his position, I would do the exact same thing. Good on him. Why would you? I'm surprised he did it as long as he can.
Yeah. Well, now that he's in Japan, his life's far more interesting
Far more interesting, his life.
in the ways of because being in England, it's a dark and gloomy place.
Oh, yeah. Says the guy who doesn't
in
watch his
Melbourne.
vlogs. Who doesn't watch his vlogs?
I don't do vlogs. Well, I don't really do vlogs.
No, I'm saying you don't watch his vlogs.
Oh, I've watched some.
You said
trust me, I
said
have.
his life is a lot more
Yeah.
interesting now that he's in Japan.
Yes,
but you don't
but
watch his vlogs.
I just haven't gotten around to watching all the vlogs. I have watched some of them, but not.
Speaking of Asian countries, did you hear about that American streamer guy who who's basically been charged in South Korea?
Was it the one who was trying to do breaking all the moral rules?
Yeah,
and all that?
he'd go to their he'd go to statues of important statues to do with a war or to do with the Korean War or something, and it was meant to be a respectful thing towards dead soldiers or the widows of soldiers or something, and he'd make out with the statue or fake make out or dance on it or do something like that. He just did all this outrageous crap that you can get away with in America and probably even Australia. Although seeing that girl with a wombat makes me change my mind on that.
Yeah, that is a. I mean, I didn't really catch the full story. I know the basics of that story.
I love the fact that some streamer in America, some American streamer in South Korea does all this crap, right? It gets away with so much of it. And then they finally they're like, nah, we're done. We're going to charge you, and you're going to go to jail for 10 years. Meanwhile, a American streamer comes to Australia, picks up a wombat, and get out of our country. You're out.
I mean, we've had a case of like
What? You picked up a baby wombat? Disgraceful. Get the out of my country.
Disgusting. I mean, we've had a fair share of social influencers come over to Australia, and some of them get kicked out and get returned, get sent back.
If you want to get rid of immigrants, just give them a wombat.
Just give them a wombat. Yes,
just get them to pick up a wombat.
Just take a wombat.
You too can get kicked out. All you have to do is pick up a baby wombat.
Do one better. Take a Joey while you're at it.
I did hear it was quite funny hearing. What's his name? Not Anthony Albanese. Oh, was it
Peter Dutton?
No, it was Anthony Albanese. He saying, let's see her pick up another Australian. Let's see her pick up an animal baby. Let's see her pick up a crocodile and see how they react.
Yeah, why don't you take a koala? They don't do anything. They claw you to death. Well, they don't claw you to death. They've got pretty damn sharp claws, and they.
The funny thing is, I can't tell if people were overreacting to it or not because, like, I watched a video. Obviously, people as soon as something like this happens, you got hundreds of people talking about it, and the news spreads like crazy. But one news video I watched, it had like a veterinarian and explained that the way she picked up the wombat could have damaged its legs, like its upper legs and all that, and they didn't see it actually reunite with the mother. And she put it back near the road, for example.
Yeah,
like all this stuff, and I'm sitting there going, is this just overreacting because she picked up a baby wombat that was crying for its mummy? Or was there actually legit, like, could it have actually been hurt? Because in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, I can understand people being pissed off about this. I mean, people were pissed off in America and to the point that got Donald Trump voted in because they killed some guy's pet squirrel. So obviously,
because what would be the equivalent of us, like, when an Aussie going over to America? Like, what would we steal that would enrage them? Like stealing a baby bald eagle, maybe.
That's what I thought of. I was like, well, the closest thing I could think of is if it was a bald eagle or something. It would have to be. I'm trying to think. What's the like? I can't think of an equivalent unless it's because they shoot half the animals over there. So.
I guess, yeah, chipmunks or squirrels.
No, because they like actively have people play with squirrels and try and get them as pets or want them as pets and stuff like that, and feed them stuff and all that. But it would be the equivalent as someone. Yeah, I can't think of an equivalent because there is no. Because a baby wombat's like just
I'm looking at native mammals of America. There's nothing really here that stands out like an amazing animal to steal. American bison. Not really.
It's also the fact that wombats are everywhere.
Yeah, and they you end up almost second best if you ran into one because they're built like a brick house.
Yes, but they're everywhere in the sense that you can find them all over the country. They're not just to one. They're not specific to one region.
Maybe if we stole a pronghorn antelope from America, that might enrage them, or something like this, like a prairie chicken.
Well, no,
turkeys. Turkeys. Let's steal their turkeys. Then the way they can't have Thanksgiving.
Eat turkeys.
Yeah, but if we steal the turkeys, they won't have Thanksgiving.
The closest equivalent would be breaking into some guy's house, taking their pet squirrel away, and then putting it down because it bit someone to test it for rabies. And the funny thing is, they already did that to themselves.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Like some.
Let's go poison all their turkeys so they can't have Thanksgiving. I mean, that's a bit drastic, but we don't really eat wombats, so. But
I did find it quite funny how people were outraged enough. They were like, "Oh, we're going to deport her." She was like, she got so much hate she left the country.
She made an apology video, but I didn't watch it. But cause I don't even know. I know she picked up the animal, but I don't know. Did she return it?
No, she. Well, that's part of the problem is people saw her put the animal back. But at that point, the mum was kind of wandering in the opposite direction.
Oh.
She just put the animal down by the side of the road. They didn't show her take it back to the mum.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think. At least that's all. I didn't see that part. If that was in the video, I didn't see it. Yeah. Which is why some people were saying they got to be careful because if the mum had wandered off, they might not reunite or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well.
But yeah, I can't. Like I said, I can't tell if it's just hysteria and people overreacting.
Yeah, probably a lot of patriotic Aussies hating on it, I suppose.
No, I think it's a lot of people. Yeah, I wouldn't even call it patriotic.
I mean,
I'd just say people who want to be pissed off.
It didn't bother me. Like, okay, cool, pick up a wombat. Okay, whatever, cool.
Yeah, exactly. But I think getting kicked. I think getting like I don't think she because they were talking about looking at her visa, and at that point I think she already got enough hate that she left the country anyway.
Yeah.
Like she didn't get kicked. She didn't give it time for them to kick her out, for us to kick her out. She was like, "Oh, I'm getting out of here. I see the writing on the wall."
I wonder if it was like a smash and grab thing. Like you go to a country that's far, like you not normally go to. You do a controversial thing, and then you put it back, don't tell anything or anyone, and then you flee like it all happened, and then it's just a big mess of advertising or promo.
I don't think so. I don't think it was like it probably helped in that good. Because all publicity is good publicity. I can't even say it right.
Publicity, yeah, that's fine.
Publicity is one word I struggle to say.
Publicity is when you go to the pub and you're there too long. Then it comes.
That's not a bad idea. I should say publicity.
Yeah, publicity.
It's when you go to the pub and you've had too much to drink.
Yeah, it becomes publicity.
But
you become plub.
I don't think so. I don't think she realised the mistake she was making when she posted it. She probably thought, check it out, everyone's going to see my cool video of me holding a wombat. The Aussies are going to love me because I've shown them picking up one of their animals. And she did not realise.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do.
You think the guy who was with her would have? You think the guy who was with her would have warned her because, like, he was an Australian. You could tell he had an accent. So either he'd been living here a long time, but you think he would have warned her. Oh yeah, don't post that. Nobody's gonna like that.
Nobody like this. See, I'm scrolling through Instagram at the moment. I'm seeing this joke that says, "I'm sorry, Steam. I'll try not to forget my password ever again." And when the characters they entered is spells gulag. See, I've heard the term gulag before, but I don't know what it means.
You don't know what a gulag is?
I've heard it before, but I can't remember what was the context that it was being used in.
It's basically a Russian concentration camp.
Oh.
It's worse. Apparently, the gulag. Apparently, I've heard, so I don't know how accurate it is. Gulags are worse than concentration camps.
The Germans did.
Yes. Like gulags are basically, and I think they were done to Russians by Russians. I'm not sure though, but it might not be. But the gulag was basically like a prisoner camp.
Right.
But they treated the prisoners like absolute
shite.
The worst kind of dog. Yeah. Like worse. Pretty much. Worked them until they dared, worked them, brutally beat them, punished all sorts of crap. You don't want to go to the gulag.
Yeah. Oh well. That'll don't forget your Steam password. Otherwise you're rotting out in gulag, I suppose.
I think I read something or I heard something, like maybe it's a YouTube video or something, but like someone explained that like more people died in gulags than in concentration camps. But the thing that makes concentration camps worse is the fact that they were specifically targeting Jewish people. It wasn't just killing everyone willy-nilly. It was killing specific groups and in horrible ways. Whereas Gulag was a bit more like, you're a prisoner, we don't give a shit if you die or not.
Also, more people died from taking selfies last year than people getting killed by sharks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Because half the people that got killed by sharks were taking a selfie.
Yes.
So...
No, we all know.
It counts as both. So of course.
Yes.
Apparently, the amount of people that die from like basically being on their phone at the wrong time in the wrong place, like walking across train tracks, for example, or something.
They were saying when Pokemon Go came out, a lot of people were walking off cliffs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard stuff like that. Yeah, it's a bit dumb ways to die.
So many
dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to try as well.
But
Yeah, nah. Well, what's the deal with airplane food? Oh wait, that usually comes.
I saw that there and I was like, I gotta play that one.
Yeah, I've used up all my sound bites, so yeah.
Maybe you should, like, you can get rid of them and download new ones.
Yeah, I know. I've actually got stuff in the pipe to do so. Don't you worry, your sweet little. What's that thing in the line? Don't worry, your sweet little. I can't remember. Doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. Don't matter.
I don't know.
I tell you, it don't matter what you think.
I don't know, but
If you smell what the Rock is thinking about.
I don't know, but I can't wait for the new Shrek movie to come out.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to change the animation style just because of backfire of what the social media people think.
I did you see the video I showed you? Wait, no, I didn't show you. But no, did I send it to you?
You probably
The video
did. I
of
can't remember.
The video of the guy. What's his name? The not guy, but the chat music thing. Yeah, I did share it with you. I sent it to you. The chat. Yeah, it's chat music.
Ah, yes.
How they did the trailer, and one of them was this movie needs the Sonic treatment.
Oh, yes, there we go. The funniest Shrek 5 trailer comments.
That's it. Yes, and
It's a song.
Yeah, Sonic treatment immediately. This isn't a trailer; it's a threat.
Yeah. Donkey Kong
DreamWorks
looks
more
he
like
bro-
Nightmare Works.
Donkey Kong looks like he broke out of rehab. Yes. Hardly do, neighborinos. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap up thing because unless you got any more massive Willy fans, then I don't think I've
Well, we're
anything else.
basically. I'm surprised. I thought we were running short on time, but no, we're running on time.
It's a perfect 1 hour, 7 minute mark almost.
My final highlight of the week is we got the cat a new toy.
Oh. Okay.
We got the cat a new toy. There's a app. Actually, you should probably maybe download it. Do you find yourself struggling with your habits or getting stuff done, Jackson?
Not really. Well,
So I looked at this app ages ago, and then another different type of app came up on Courtney's phone when I was looking at it, and it made me think of, like, Courtney's like, that's a good idea. Like, and I go, there's already a better version of this, and I show it to her. It's basically an app turning your habits you want to develop or daily chores into a game format.
Oh yeah, okay.
So whenever you finish the, it's like meant to be
points.
RPG style.
You
You get points and all that stuff.
Things you can cheat those things, and it's kind of like
Yes, you can. Yes, but that defeats the whole purpose. So
You're
why
correct,
would you do it?
Exactly.
Like,
it's a great concept, but at the same time,
well, I think it works great. But it's got like a 4.9 out of 5 stars on the Play
Damn.
Store. So I was
Okay.
like, I'll give it a shot. And we've only been testing it a little bit, and Courtney's like level 3 because she did all the chores today.
Oh, okay. So she's smashing it then, I suppose.
Yeah, but you can form parties and that and whatnot. In fact, I'm going to tick one off. I'm going to check one off because I've got the podcast listed as one.
I was gonna say, is this on your job?
It is. It's on my. It's on my
To-do list.
It's on my day. It's on my dailies.
Daily double.
My dailies, and it's set to repeat once a week, Friday or Thursday, with a reminder at 6
Well
a.m.
then.
6 p.m.
Gotcha.
Same thing with. I've also got the same thing for the bins at 5
Yeah, don't forget the bins.
on a Wednesday.
Yes.
But I got to set up a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll find out next. And tune in next week to find out if Habitonica. I think that's the name of the app. Habitonica.
You're talking
What's the
about
app called? Courtney can't even say it. Habitica.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Habitica.
I thought you were trying to say like a transformer.
Habibika. Find out next week if
Go
a Habibika
Habitron.
helps Troy do his habits or get new habits.
Well, I'm out, guys.
Will Jackson ever make it to the moon? Find out next week on Average Blokes.
Yes, I'll make it something to rescue those 2 astronauts that are still stuck up in space.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home.
Living in Melbourne.
Living
No, that was. What are you doing in Melbourne? Enjoying life. What are you doing there? Oh, hanging out with a mate. What kind of life is that? Oh, this is your average life. What do you do with your life? Oh, wow, okay. This is the outro, intro. Laugh along on every joke. Welcome to the Average Blokes. Dun.
Yes, Jackson. It really makes it better and has a better impact when you half sing it.
Yes.
Like a spaz.
That's the point. Because I am spaz.
All right, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done.
Well,
I got to figure out what that other South Park clip was that I wanted to clip and add to this. Oh well. No, it was something else.